In this video, I will show how to make copper 2 chloride, a useful copper salt in PCB etching. In order to make this chemical, you will need hydrochloric acid, this is 15%, you will need copper metal, this is stripped copper wire, and you will need hydrogen peroxide. This is 15% that I diluted down from pole shock. So the first step is to pour some hydrochloric acid over your copper metal. There should not be a reaction. Then take some of your hydrogen peroxide and squirt it in. You should see the solution start to go green and bubble. Add the peroxide slowly, as the reaction will be vigorous once it starts. You can see bubbling and a solution going a clear green color. That is what is to be expected. There is also some fuming going on, and that is most likely hydrogen chloride gas being evolved. So be careful not to breathe that in. And I'm just going to keep on adding hydrogen peroxide until it stops bubbling. The solution has finished reacting, and now I'm going to filter it to remove any copper debris. I have completely filtered the copper chloride solution, and now I am placing it on a hot plate in a very well ventilated area to get it to boil down. As you can see, I have a star bar in the solution, and that is to prevent bumping. Once it's done boiling, I'll show you the finished product. I have finished boiling the copper chloride solution, and as you can see, I have a whole bunch of crystals left in the bottom of the beaker. Since the crystals are still wet, I am going to put them in some petri dishes and leave them in the sun to dry. I realized that the copper chloride would not dry evenly with it being in such large clumps, so I am now going to grind it in my mortar and pestle to try to reduce the clumpiness of it. This is the copper chloride after drying for 1 week. As you can see, it has turned into a blue crystalline solid, which is how it should look. This is copper chloride dihydrate, which is copper chloride with 2 water molecules in the crystals. If you want anhydrous copper chloride, you can just take the blue powder and heat it up until it goes brown. That will be anhydrous copper chloride. Now, all that has to be done is the copper chloride needs to be scraped from the petri dishes and ground up for storage. So I am going to do all of that and skip over it and show you the jar with the crystals in it. Now, this is our final product of copper 2 chloride. As you can see, it is a whitish blue-green crystal, and that is the final amount I got using the amount of copper I used. I also saved a few crystals of it for growing a chemical garden. Thanks for watching.